You guys asked for an updated makeup tutorial, so that's what we're doing today. I always start off with prep skin, but it's honestly kind of a really long prep routine. So if you want the prep routine, let me know and I can do that for you sometime. If you're not going to prep your skin, there are two products you absolutely have to use because it's part of the primer. So you're going to use NYX Pump It Right Back and the Say Star Glow drops mixed together. If you don't prep your skin at all, please do at least primer. I also prep my lips during this time just because it's easier. I don't want to have to do it when I get to the lips, so put on a lip mask. The main thing I've changed in my makeup routine is doing my brows first, so make sure you wipe off all of the skin prep around your brows so they don't get all gunky. I swear this has changed the game for me though. Honestly, how you do your brows is just going to depend on your face shape, but I just kind of like to create like hair-like strokes, and I like a fluffy brow look. I literally just ran out of my brow pencil. That is so devastating. Then I just pretty much do like hair-like strokes with a brow pen. This one, like I said, I'll have the products on the screen, but it's from NYX. It's literally the best one I've ever found. This is the only difference between my brows and my videos is sometimes I'll just like leave them fluffed and other times I'll wipe them down. Today I'm gonna wipe them down, so I'll show you what I mean. Fluff them all up with the like brow gel, and then I just take a spoolie and wipe them down to like make them more precise. Next, I just do a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury on the high points of my face just to give me a little bit more glow underneath what we're about to put on in a second. I honestly try not to put products like these on my face that often simply because it doesn't matter what brand, it breaks me out a little bit. Obviously you can tell I've been breaking out right there. I usually just mix skin tint and foundation, but today I don't really feel like wearing foundation, so I'm just gonna wear the skin tint. But when you guys ask what I'm wearing, it's usually these two mixed together. I also really do wear the skin tint alone a lot of the time too. Just make sure to tap it in because it's going to give you the most amount of coverage from a skin tint as possible instead of like rubbing it around. Next, I do cream contour, but the one thing I've been changing is like how I apply it. So I just stamp it on like in a very harsh line first. This is kind of where I put all of that. Then I just use whatever bronzer I've been into. This is the Sculptino from Tower 28, and I just take it on my foundation brush and I blend it together because I just feel like it creates this like seamless effect. Like that literally looks like my skin. I don't know. It's literally just the best trick I found. Blush, recently I've been switching out between two. It's the Patrick Ta and She's That Girl, the cream one, and then also the shade Bliss. Sometimes I mix them, sometimes I use them alone. Today I think I'm gonna mix. I swear by these colors though. They're literally so pretty. And I just use the same brush for my foundation, contour, and blush just because I feel like it blends it all together and also tones it down a bit. For concealer, I usually just put it like in just these places, and I use the Tower 28 concealer in the shade 4.0, and then when I'm self-tan, I use shade 6.0. Right now, I'm kind of in the middle of my tans, so we're just using whatever we can to make it work. I don't use beauty blenders to blend out my concealer anymore because I feel like it just takes away all the coverage, so I use this House Labs brush for my under eyes, and then my Makeup by Mario for down here on my face and on the acne spots. This is really important because I feel like this is how I get my under eyes so smooth. I pack it in. I don't rub. I literally just push the product in so that it covers up that darkness. I had the beauty filter on. This is my real skin. The beauty filter is off. It still looks just as flawless. I set my under eyes and my face with the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Powder. It's literally my favorite, but I always set my under eyes first. And here's a key for you. Load up some powder on your puff already and then go and blend out every crease. And then once you've blended out every single crease, immediately start to bake. Literally game changer. That's what my under eye looks like with literally no beauty filter on. It is so good. I'll also kind of bring the powder all the way out, kind of where I did the concealer, just to keep my face lifted. Whatever's left in the cap, I just take on like a fluffy brush and kind of just pack like all over my face. Doesn't matter what type of skin you have, you need to be setting your whole face. Trust me on this. Then I just take bronzer and put it right here in the same areas I put the cream bronzer contour, except I push down my bronzer. I don't rub it because I feel like that just looks messy. Also can disturb the product underneath, which is what we don't want. I also usually don't do eyeshadow. I can do eyeshadow tutorials on the glitter stuff if y'all want, but I usually don't wear that every day. So I just take a little bit of bronzer like on the same brush and go on the edges of my eyes. This is the blush I've been using recently. I know it looks scary. I promise you it's not. If you go in with a really light hand, it is actually the prettiest blush. I literally just tap it like on the very tops of my cheeks and it's just like the prettiest flush of pink. Most days I'm also wearing a blush topper on top of my cheeks, which is just a little bit extra shine and glow for my cheeks, which I love. I just curl my lashes and then I use the e.l.f. brown mascara, specifically the brown one. I just feel like looks so much more natural and like makes my lashes look better. I don't know why. I curl my lashes with the Shiseido eyelash curler and I always heat it up too, which I feel like really helps my lashes hold throughout the day. I didn't show it, but I always just spray my face throughout the whole look with Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, or whatever this is called, the airbrush spray. For nose highlight, it honestly depends. Sometimes I use this one, sometimes I use the Rare Beauty one, and other times I use the Dior palette, but today I'm going to use Cookie from Benefit, and I just put it, you know, the tips of my nose, and also like right here is something I've really started to do, and I feel like it just like accentuates your highlight much more. So I like to put it in the inner corners and also on the brow bone. I just think it's really pretty. The only really amazing thing about my makeup that I feel like a lot of people don't know how to do is using this Refi highlighter. So I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, my finger, I kind of just like spread it around, and then I take the same brush that I use for blush or bronzer or whatever, I take it on the back of my brush and I literally just pack it all over that area. And so this is what it looks like with Beauty Future on. This is what it looks like off. It just kind of makes your cheeks look wet, but like, I don't know, hydrated? I don't know. I literally always do this, and I get questions like, what highlight is it? It's this one, but it's like all over my cheeks. It's not just on the tops of them. Set your face again, but cover up your lashes. You don't want them to droop. This is the lip combo I always get questions about. I'll put everything up here that I'm using. I like to do a straight line at the top just because I feel like defining my cupid's bow makes my lips look smaller, but you can do whatever you want. Then I just fill in the edges like so. I use a little bit of this Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow right in the center of my lips. And then a little bit of lip gloss on top for extra measure. This is the updated makeup. I love you guys so much. Bye!
Get Ready With Me ja storytime siitä, kun teinityttö päätti mua keskellä päivää. Eli tää tilanne tapahtuu pari kuukautta sitten. Eli tosiaan me päätettiin mennä tuomiokirkolle ottaa kuvia. Ja me vähän siinä kokeiltiin siinä kirkon edustalla, että miltä ne kuvat näyttäisi siinä. Ja sit kun me ollaan ihan hetki siinä keretty olemaan, niin 3 semmoista noin 13-14-vuotiaista tyttöä tuli siihen noin 10 metrin päähän meistä. No mä sit huomasin siinä, että nämä 3 tyttöä vähän niinku katto meitä siellä silleen niinku kuikuili meitä. Ja mä ajattelin vaan, että okei, että mikä juttu, että ei niinku mitään hajua. No, me päätetään sitten mun kaverin kanssa olla välittämättä siitä ja me aletaan siirtyä vähän lähemmäs sitä kirkkoa. Sillä hetkellä, kun me käännetään meidän selät, yhtäkkiä vaan kuuluu, että huara. Ja mä siinä sit katon mun kaveria ja mä olin ihan silleen, kuuliks ton? Ja me oltiin molemmat semisilleen järkyttyneitä, koska me ei tosiaankaan oltu tehty siinä mitään. Se tuli niinku ihan puskista. Ja ne tytötkin oli niin nuoria ja nuoren näköisiä, että oli ihan silleen, että mitä täällä tapahtuu? No, me ei sitten siinä oikein mitään tehty, muuta kuin ehkä vaan katsottiin niinku uudestaan niinku niitä päin. No sit nämä tytöt niinku ei lähde siitä oikein mihinkään, vaan ne siirtyy siihen. Ne on taas siinä noin about 10 metrin päässä meistä. Ja jos siis tiedätte, miltä tuomiokirkko näyttää, niin siinä on semmosia isoja tolppia. Ja me oltiin niiden tolppien toisella puolella ja ne 3 tyttöä sitten piiloutui niiden tolppien toiselle puolelle. Ja me sitten did our thing, otettiin kuvia. Sitten mä vaan huomaan siinä, että ne tytöt, ne edelleen vilkuilee meitä päin ja kurkkii sieltä tolpan takaa ihan koko ajan, vähän väliin. Ja tiedättekö, kun se tilanne oli vaan niin absurdi, se oli vaan tosi häiritsevää. Silleen, että eka sua haukutaan ja sit sua jäädään tuijottelemaan. No, me päätetään sitten vähän vaihtaa paikkaa, ja tää meidän paikka oli nyt siinä suunnassa, missä nämä 3 tyttöä oli. Ne ei sitten huomannut yhtään, että me tultiin sieltä, mutta kun me oltiin tasan siinä heidän kohdallaan, niin he samalla sekunnilla lähti toiseen suuntaan. Eli näytti siltä, että ne lähti vähän karkuun. Me oltiin molemmat vähän sillä, että ei oikein uskota, että olisi sattumaa, että heti kun me tullaan siihen, niin he lähtee pois siitä, varsinkin kun he ei kirjaimellisesti ne ei tehnyt siellä mitään. He vaan oli ringissä ja tuijotteli meitä vähän väliin sieltä. No, sit kun me oltiin siinä kirkon luona otettu meidän kuvat, niin me päätettiin lähteä takas alas. Silloin oli noi Tuomaan markkinat, niin me ajateltiin mennä vähän sen karusellin luo, ottaa kivoja kuvia ja videoita. Tässä kohtaa mulla oli semmonen lämmin klögi juoma kädessä. Ja arvata saattaa, me nähtiin nämä tytöt sitten vielä uudestaan. Ja nämä tytöt oli siinä kohtaa menemässä tavallaan meidän ohi, mutta sitten kävelemässä poispäin meistä. Ja mä vaan siinä sitten itekseni ajattelin, että mistä vetoa, että ne kääntyy taas katsomaan meitä päin. Ja no, näinhän ne sitten teki. Siinä kohtaa, kun nämä tytöt kääntyi, niin mullahan oli tää glögikuppi kädessä. Niin mä päätin sitten sillä sekunnilla, kun yksi näistä tytöistä kääntyi, mä päätin sitten sillä mun kupin kanssa olla heille tällainen. Että skool! Että kiva kun katsotte. Et en mä tiedä, mä vaan tein tälleen sen mun kupin kanssa. Mut sitten tässä kohtaa kans tapahtuu toinen yllättävä käänne. Koska tosiaan sen jälkeen, kun mä olin niin kun huomannut heidät, sitten yhtäkkiä no tytöt olikin ihan silleen, että niin kuin, mä vaan seisosin silleen, että se muu ihan silleen, että what is going on? Että nämä tytöt oikeasti niin kuin näytti siltä, että ne oli yllättyneitä ja niin kuin positiivisella tavalla heilutti, niin kuin vilkutti mulle takaisin. Että se ei ollut semmonen niin kuin vihamielinen enää. Ja tää hämmensi mua niin kuin tosi paljon. Että tää koko tilanne vähän niin kuin meni silleen, että eka mua haukutaan ja sitten mua seurataan. Ja sitten kun mä huomioin teidät, niin sitten te iloisesti vilkutatte mulle takaisin. Mutta huutelu tuli, niinku, se tuli niin puskista. Siis, mitä? Et siinä tuli vähän kans semmonen huolestunut olo, että kun nämä on niin nuoria, nämä tytöt, että ymmärtääkö he oikeesti sen sanan merkitystä ja sitä, että he huutaa ihan tuikituntemattomalle ihmiselle tolleen. Mut joo, tässä oli mun Get Ready With Me. Ja tämmönen luukki tuli. Ja kertokaa vaikka kommentteihin, että mitä mieltä te olette tästä tilanteessa ja tai mitä ajatuksia tää tarina herätti teissä. Let me know. Mut kiitti kun katsoitte.
I made this TikTok last year.
Will I tell you how I accidentally told the guy that I had options?
I wholeheartedly believed I would never see the guy again until I was sitting in Whataburger the other night and I hear my name. Clean.
Oh my god.
No. Here's the highly anticipated explanation and story. I was literally shopping with my friend. Go sit down at Whataburger, just killing time until we had to go home. And so I go live on TikTok. I'm live on TikTok in Whataburger, like not really thinking anything of it. Like then I hear my name. And so I like turn around half confused. I really thought like I was not being the one. I was not the one being called, but like just out of instinct, I turn around. I look at this guy and it like took me a second to like figure it out. And then it hits me. This is the same guy that had asked for my snap while I was shopping last summer. I got this all on video because I was live. I go back and I look at the recording after and I am cracking up at it with my friend. I essentially tell him, I made a TikTok about you that got 3.2 million views. I think I probably just felt like I got lucky and like made a TikTok that blew up. But little does he know, a lot of TikToks I make about boys blow up. I end the live and then he's like, wait, can I see the TikTok? I don't think any guy that I've made a TikTok about has ever seen my TikToks, let alone watched it right in front of me. I was embarrassed. I was mortified. So, and it wasn't just him. It was him and the same friend that he was with when he asked for my snap. And then two girls. The two girls that part threw me off because I'm like, they're probably gonna make so much fun of me. They were actually really sweet. I made sure to ask, I'm like, you guys aren't girlfriends or anything, right? Because like, I don't want to like overstep. And they're like, no, don't worry. They were really sweet, but still embarrassing. I heard all his feedback, all of their feedbacks as like they're watching the video. They're going, dang, because I watched it back too and I was pretty harsh, but I think it was for the reason that I never expected to see him again, let alone him watch the video right in front of me. And if you want to go and look for the video, I'm pretty sure it was posted on July 5th. So he hands me my phone back and I just kind of like, we just kind of look at each other and he's like, I honestly don't know how to feel. It happened like months ago. It was just so weird to see him. It was so weird for him to see my video. Like the whole situation was like, there's no way it was real. The friend I'm with is just like watching all of this go down and she's like, I have no idea what's going on. And like, if you go watch the video before this, like she's like, I don't know what's going on right now. I don't think anybody did besides him and I. Like his friends were really confused. So the burning question is probably like, well, have you guys talked since? The answer is no. Unadded his snap last year when I got home from shopping and I never talked to him again. Taylor Swift writes a song about one of her crappy exes and she ends up running back into them. It'd be really awkward. That's literally the same type of like awkwardness that I felt after he saw the video I made about him, I was shaking in my boots. I was crapping my pants. It's just your sign that at the end of the day, everyone's always connected. Even if you think you're never gonna see someone again, odds are you probably will. We walked out, went to the car, and we started blasting Rich Baby Daddy by Drake. That's a power move. Everyone who impress a guy, start playing Rich Baby Daddy, jump out of the car, and dance. Like, guys find that so attractive, trust me. I don't know, actually, don't trust me. Makeup looks so good. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Go make TikToks about boys and find them in public again. Bye.
Put a finger down if you've ever downloaded Wiz as a joke, and then you find a really good looking guy and you guys have a conversation and then he just ghosts you. A few months later he hits you up on Instagram, so then you guys start talking and you guys click, and then you decide that you really like him and you want more, so you ask him like, what are we? And then he says he's not ready for a relationship and that he can't be a good enough boyfriend for you. You guys almost end one time, but then you didn't, and then you stayed as a situationship for now. Then a few weeks go by, and then on December 3rd, he asks to date you, and you say yes, of course, because all is going well. Keep in mind, he lives in London, so there's a 7-hour time difference, so he's getting up at like 5:30 a.m. most days to call you. You started calling till like through the night, all the way to the morning, and he would be there on call. He helped you with your homework. He ordered you a Dior lip oil when you lost it at school, and he knew you were sad about it, so he bought you a new one. And then one day you guys were calling and he says that he has to leave in the morning for school, so you wanted to stay on call. So he tried waking you up to say goodbye before he left to school, but you didn't wake up, but you woke up when the call ended. So then you pick up your phone to go text him goodbye, have a good day at school. Oh my god. And then you see that your friend sent you a chat, so you go to see, and it's a screenshot of your boyfriend's Visco, but it's not with the same name. And so you're really confused, and keep in mind this is at 5 a.m. You text your boyfriend and you're like, hey, do you think you could send me a video of you saying my name? He's like, yeah, sure, babe. And then 10 minutes go by, you're blocked. I got catfished. And this is not the worst part, there's more plot twists, just you wait. Anyways, you realize that you're not blocked on Snapchat, so you text him. You're like, hey, like, what's up with this? Like, I want an explanation. Like, so then you called and you talked everything over. His height, his story, his personality, his friends, his family, everything else was real except for the pictures and his name. He keeps apologizing and asking for chances, but in the end, you know it's not the best for you, so you say no, because how could you trust someone who catfished you? And he said something about how part of the reason why he thought he was good looking, like his actual self was good looking, is because of his height, because he's Filipino, so being tall as a Filipino is like not as common. Anyways, you continue texting this guy because you feel like it's not over yet and you can't process that fact yet. And you look at the real person's Visco and you see at the bottom of the picture, you see your city's location at the bottom of the picture. So you're really desperate and you text this guy. I don't know why, to be honest. You find out that the real dude that this catfish person in London took pictures from, the person lives in the same city as you do. I can't. The coincidence. My mind is blown. Of all cities, of all people. So yeah, you're texting the real one, and he tells you that this guy has been catfishing as him for a year and a couple months now, and you're like, you wanted to plot twist this guy. So you and the real guy meet up. He sends a picture of, I don't know why it cut out, but you guys send a picture of him to the fake guy saying to stop using his pics because the London guy has the guy from your city blocked on everything, so you use his phone to text him instead. So yeah, after you guys broke up, the Dior lip oil arrived in a fancy box, but it was so bittersweet. And then you're mad at this dude, right? Because he, first off, led you on for so long, lied about everything. He asked you to date when it wasn't even real, and he shouldn't have. He should have just ended it. But you continue to text this guy because you go to his TikTok profile to see his followers, to see if he moved on or anything, and some new girl showed up. You shouldn't even be doing that because why the fuck do you care? and you see somebody that follows you that follows him, and you're like, oh, I wonder who is this. And then you see that he follows your Instagram, so you go to Instagram and you're like, hey, how do you know so and so? And then he's like, oh, he's my family friend. I was like, really? That's interesting. Well, did you know he did all of this and that? And you spilled the tea to the family friend, and you got to the conversation of how he said that everything was real except for his pictures and his name. And you bring up the fact that he said he's 5'11", and his friend is like, he's not 5'11", he's like my height, and I'm like 5'4". And I was like, what? But he sent me a picture. So then you send that picture that he sent you to his family friend, and you're like, well, he said this one's him. And he's like, no, that's like his close friend, or a good friend of his. So you find out that even after all his apologizing, and oh, by the way, he reintroduced himself. He was like, anyways, I'm gonna reintroduce myself as this and that, and I'm 5'11" and whatever, and yeah, please give me another chance. And you were thinking of this other picture that he sent, right? So yeah, and you also find out afterwards that he was using his best friend or good friend of his to catfish as well. And so yeah, you're disappointed because you're like, oh, what if I gave him another chance and he would have catfished and lied again, but using his friend? So you're confused, and you're like, so what was real? What did he actually look like? And then so you ask his family friend to send pictures of what he actually looks like, and then you just feel bad that he is so insecure that he wants to catfish as other people, you know? But then you're mad that you found out he continued to lie after apologizing for everything. And so you're having a conversation, and he's saying that he misses talking to you or missed talking to you, and then you block him. He makes a separate account on TikTok to text you and kind of ask why you blocked him or something. Then you tell him that you found out something new and that you're just going to distance yourself from him, and that you wish that he works on himself and wishes him the best. But in the end, you realize you have to forgive and forget. And I wish him all the best, and that he can be secure in himself, and that he stops catfishing girls, and that he taught you a lesson. And at least you got a Dior lip oil out of it. So yeah, that's the conclusion to my put a finger down. Yeah, I'm just thinking about it now, and it's just so mind-blowing how the dude that he chose to pick lives in the same city as me, and that he used his friend to catfish, and that, guys, actually I'm not gonna say that, but
Eli siis mulla on jäänyt ihan kauheet traumat Tinderistä. Kattokaa. Mulla on niin pitkät kynnet, joten tälleen avataan juoma. Tadaa! Eli kun mä täytin 18, mä päätin kokeilla Tinderiä ja mä tapasin siellä yhden äijän. Meidän ekoiksi treffeiksi tää mies päätti viedä mut kylpylään ja me mentiin tänne ihan niinku Päijät-Hämeen kylpylään tälle Kumpelispaahan, joka on siis Heinolassa. Tää mies siis tuli hakemaan kotoa sinä päivänä, kun mä otin mennä sinne kylpylään, ja se osti mulle Alkosta semmosen miniskumppapullon ja oli vaan sille, joo, tässä on sellainen matkajuomista. Ja koko matkan niinku sinne Heinolaan me höpöteltiin ihan sika paljon kaikesta, ja siis mun mielestä meillä matchasi tosi hyvin, että niinku siinä ei ollut mitään semmoista awkward hiljaisuutta ja niinku puheenaiheet vaan koko ajan riitti. Me päästiin tänne kylpylään ja tää mies siis maksoi mun niinku sen kylpylähomman ja kans osti meille juomista. Mut joo, näissä ekoissa treffeissä ei siis ollut yhtään mitään vikaa, että nää oli basically mun mielestä niinku täydelliset ekat treffit. Näissä toisissa treffissä on siis, missä asiat otti vähän rankaan käänteen. Plaaneissa oli siis, että me mennään Helsinkiin syömään. Me siis saavuttiin tänne paikan päälle vähän liian myöhässä, mutta se ei siis ollenkaan haitannut, joten me vaan niinku päätettiin, että mennään jonnekin kivaa paikkaa Viinille. Tässä Viinillä siis me alettiin puhua vähän niinku deepimmistä asioista. Tää jäbä siis kertoi mulle, että sillä on kotona niinku suunnilleen 2K-arvoa leluja, niinku leluja, you know. Tässä ei ollut siis mun mielestä vieläkään mitään vikaa, mutta automatkalla kotiin mä sain tietää vielä jotain vähän pahempaa. Automatkalla kotiin tää jäbä siis kertoo mulle, että Se tykkää, että niinku ihmiset hoitaa niiden asioita sen päälle, niinku ykkösasioita, jos tiiäks älyttä mitä mä meinaan. Sitten mä kysyin täältä niinku jäbältä, että niinku, et oot sä niinku se antaja vai se saavuttaja tässä? Sitten tämä mies vaan kasuaalisesti sanoi mulle, joo, no mä kyllä oikeastaan tykkään antaa ja saavuttaa, että riippuu päivästä. Ja niinku tiedättekö te, no shame oikeesti, mut toi vaan ei oo mun juttu. Mä siis yritin katsoa tän asian läpi, koska mun mielestä meillä vaan matchas niin hyvin. Mutta 3 treffeillä me mentiin sen kämpälle ja tää mies päätti näyttää mulle sen lelui. Tän lelunäytöksen jälkeen mä soitin itselleni taksin ja lähdin kotiin. Mä en siis oikeesti tykkää ghostaa ihmisiä, mut tän jäbän mä valitettavasti ghostin ja estin joka paikassa tän illan jälkeen. Mut siis, tää oli varmaan hyvä asia, niin että mä estin sen, koska pari kuukautta sen jälkeen niin mä näin sen baarissa sen eksän kaa, joten siinä oli näköjään vielä jotain kipinää, joten onneksi mä en niinku päättänyt ryhtyä mihinkään vakavempaa. Mut joo, tämän kokemuksen jälkeen mä siis poistin Tinderin ja en enää ikinä tuu menee sinne. Se ei oo vaan place for me. Mut joo, tulkaa kertoa mulle, jos teillä on jotain hulluja Tinder-tarinoita, koska mä rakastan kuunnella tuommoisia crazy storytimeja.
Wait. Actually, that's a really good idea, Kelly.
What did I say? I talk a lot, so I've learned to just tune myself out.
I got my best friend's brother on her birthday. So this happened back in 2020. I was like 18, almost 19. Looking back at it, I feel like this girl always had it out for me. She was just always like making fun of me and judging me, and come to find out after we stopped being friends, she had a lot to say about me behind my back when we were friends. So let's skip to September for her 21st birthday. So we're excited. She rents out an Airbnb. She invites the whole friend group, including Mr. 53 on a good day. And she invites her little brother. Bitch, I'm excited. Like, it's my bestie's 21st. We gonna get fucked up. Honestly, I'm just gonna fast forward to the end of the night. Everyone that was supposed to leave left, and everybody that was supposed to stay had gone to bed. So me and her had a room that we picked out that we were gonna share together. But me and Mr. 53 were not speaking at this time. Like, he had cut me off at this point, and he was being trifling as a motherfucker, and he took my spot in that room, and he fucking locked the door behind him. And then one room was occupied by my other bestie, and I didn't want to wake her up. And then the other room was occupied by this one bitch I didn't like, so I wasn't gonna go in there. And her little brother happened to be in the living room, so I was like, okay, like, I don't mind being out there tonight. So we hang out and gets even more fucked up than we already were. And honestly, at this point, I don't really remember much, but I do remember at some point, our booty cheeks was out in the middle of the living room on that couch, and anybody could have walked out and seen us. Whatever, that happens, we go to bed, and then I wake up the next morning with a fat ass hickey on my neck, and somehow nobody noticed it. I tried to keep it a secret from her for a while, but I ended up feeling bad about it, so I told her. Honestly, guys, she played it off really well because I thought we were cool, until a few hours later I realized I was blocked on everything. So, like, I deserved it, so I wasn't too mad about it. We did eventually talk it out. We weren't friends anymore, but we were cordial. I was until I found out she was talking shit on Twitter on some, imagine being in love with somebody who has nothing to do with you, or something like that. Talking about me and my little stink Mr. 53. So I said some shit about the married man she was with. She tried to pretend like she was talking about herself in the tweet, but be so fucking for real, bitch. The timing is perfect. Especially because that wasn't the only tweet she's made about me. So whatever, that happened, and eventually we made up because we had the same friends and went to all the same parties, and we were cool. So it's been years. I have not talked to her, but me and her brother did start seeing each other last year, secretly. But I did recently cut him off because he gave me the ick and I got bored, and he didn't really know what he was doing. He's like consistently in my DMs begging to see me, and I refuse. I should have refused back then too, but I was young and in my crazy era, so it is what it is. Anyways, here's a look.
I have a question. What is something that you think is cute that society tells you is not trendy? Here's mine, and if you're the complete opposite of me, no hate at all, and if you love the things I love, keep wearing them. This is just kind of like my opinion on trends. One day I'm on Twitter and I'm reading this tweet how the girl's like, your boyfriend got you Michael Kors and Coach. My boyfriend got me insert designer name. We're not the same. You guys know that Michael Kors and Coach bags can be expensive, and even if they're not, it's about what their girlfriend likes or what they can afford. I'm all for a cute designer bag, but you cannot catch me making fun of somebody else for a bag that they love. And you know what? I was obsessed with the Coach cherry bags. I always see people making fun of Pandora, especially for like engagement rings. What is wrong with Pandora? Like, I don't get it. Not my top jewelry brand ever, but I don't agree with like comment sections like roasting a girl for her husband getting her a ring bag. I always see matte makeup being made fun of. Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, I love glowy makeup. I just don't have the skin for it, or like I don't think I do to feel confident. Like, I need my full coverage matte foundation. Why is society telling us it's not cute to wear matte makeup anymore? I also feel like right now, the less color you wear, the prettier it seems to society. Oh my gosh, I miss wearing colorful outfits. Well, I don't miss it because I still do it. I just miss seeing more of it in the store because everything is so neutral nowadays, which so many girls slay the neutral. If whatever you like is fine. I'm just saying, like, I miss seeing more colorful stuff in stores because that's what I like. Yeah, and these are just things I think are cute that aren't really considered trendy anymore. I don't care if things I like aren't on trend. It really doesn't bug me. I just made this video for fun, but if you relate to any of these or have any other ideas, let me know in the comments, and if I can relate, I'll include them in part 2.
Get ready without me. Just topping off with a gloss, and this is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry this literally took forever. I'm just feeling really talkative today. I love you.
Get ready with me while I tell you guys why girls should always pay for the first date. Like, literally always. But also, no, that shouldn't be happening.
If there was a thing that said what phrase you said the most, mine would 100% be, I need a wee. I say it about 20 million times a day, I'm not even joking. I've got the bladder of a flipping goldfish. I'll leave the toilet and then I'll go back into the toilet because I need another wee. I don't know if this is too much information, but we're best friends now, so it's okay. Can anyone else relate where you can't stop going to the toilet? Like, I don't even drink that much water. I don't. Yeah, I still need a wee every single 5 minutes. I'm always just sat there like, I need a wee, but I just went, am I allowed to go again? I literally just went 5 minutes ago. Am I allowed? Am I allowed? Like, I just like, why do I need a wee all the time? I've just got a flipping problem. I don't know if that actually is a problem. I don't know if that actually is like a medical condition where you need a wee all the time. Or I just need a wee. I don't know. Should I be concerned? Or do I don't know. I just always need a wee. I don't know if that's a problem or if I'm just, I don't know, guys, someone let me know. But yeah, if that was a phrase thing, mine would always definitely be I need a wee. Always saying it. I know everyone loves when I say it. My friends, they're like, oh, that's great, I didn't need to know that. And I was like, well, you just